Hey guys, I haven't made an update in a couple of days because it's really because of this, because it's been really hard to talk about it. I On Thursday I just couldn't. I'd been watching the flow maps, and one day it would say my place was gone, and the next day it would say it was there. So I went down to the hub. Onua Oak, and Ikaika was there, and he's done a lot of he's really kept us really informed, and I tried to ask him if he knew about my place, and it broke the dam on my fears and all of it, and I just started crying and got the same damn headache that I'm getting right now. And he sent a text to Bruce, who's been doing a lot of the video, and Bruce had just come down from a helicopter and had taken pictures, and he gave him my address, and he sent a picture, and this is why I haven't done a video, because I don't know, there's like all this stuff, like I should just be doing better with this, and not wanting to cry, and not wanting to be, a drama queen. And so I looked at the picture, and it took some time to orient myself, because there weren't too many landmarks left. And I did finally see it, and it's a lava field, and it just cut across my land, and it's not clear enough to see if anything's left. If it took out all my acre, or just but there's a little spot on it that could be smoke. It could be my gypsy wagon, it could be, but the lava was close enough that it likely melted. I don't know. I try not to torture myself with it, but I'm dealing with, all of us here are dealing with not just the loss of our own homes and our dreams, but we're dealing with the loss of almost all of Lower Puna. It's we have 3 roads. It's there's one that's still open. Actually 4. We've got Red Road and Pohiki, and the road down to Kapoho, and the road to Kalapana. Those are our 4 roads. And there are metal plates across the road to Kalapana, and but it took out 4 corners today, so Red Road is gone. The road to Kapoho is open to, I think, still open to people who live in there, and but it's cut off vacation land, and Warm Ponds is still there, but there's no way to get there, and it's cut off Red Road, and Pohiki Road is gone, and it's just, when this is over, when we don't even know when it will be over, it's not a matter of, digging through the rubble and finding what was there, because it's gone. So I'm not alone in having worked towards a dream, and I was on the verge of having an easy life. I was right there, you know. I was right there, and I have a cat hair in my mouth. Sorry about that. So, um, most of Lower Leilani is gone. The majority of Lonnie Puna Gardens is gone, and there's no way to know what to do next. Really, I mean, you know, I don't know. I'm gonna go to California around the 19th or 20th. I'll be there for about a month. I can't focus on doing anything for anybody else right now that costs and that uses that I need to think or take care of anybody or um, you know I've had some people say just I need to work and get my mind off of it, and it's not possible. It's not like this is, and I'm not saying that going through a fire or a flood isn't awful. It's awful. It's the difference is it's just not over. There's no okay, it's time to clean up and start again. It's we don't know, and the fissures that are above my land that are erupting. I mean, it's Leilani Estates is it's a pond. It's a lake of lava, and at any moment could just, it's just the lava's just pouring all over the place now, and a little part of me says all those treasures of mine, the things I've collected in my traveling and my pictures and the things my Christmas decorations from when I was, for my whole life, and just so many things that I don't even know, and I try to write them down and get them out of my head. Even my silly refrigerator magnets, that I've been collecting for decades, that were from every place I went, are, it's just all those little things that you pick up and remind you of some good memory, some good thing that happened, and who you were with. And so it's just stuff, and I know that, but you guys know I'm just not zen, and I really can't be zen right now. Like, I know that with all the things that have been lost, that there's a lot of room for possibility, and I don't even understand for myself how much this hurts. Like, it seems like it's just stuff. It's just a lot of people have gone through so much worse, but there's like somebody's like twisting my stomach in knots, and there's just that feeling in your throat where like you're just gonna cry because it hurts. And I know that this will be okay, and I'll look back on it someday and be like, what an amazing experience, and I've had an amazing life, and it just really, like, my whole body hurts. Like, I put everything, all of me, into creating this, and took this this big leap to move here and buy land. I've never owned land. I've never owned anything. I've been a gypsy. I've never stayed in one place, and I fought really hard to stay here and to bring my dream to life, and to hand clear my land, and to not give up, and to know that because I owned my land free and clear, because I had my gypsy wagon, because I had been collecting all the things that were going to go into my house, the marble tabletops, and the just all the things that go into building your dream home. And And I always knew, because I'd paid for my land, I'd never had to pay rent again, that my place, I owned it. I always had a place to come home to. And that my stuff was safe, and it nobody could take it from me. So I feel sick, and that I woke up with a terrible headache. I have a terrible headache. I wake up almost every day with a terrible headache, and the ash in the air, and the Pele's tears, and Pele's hair, actually, it's just right after I brush my teeth, my mouth tastes like crap, because they're just the ash. And I'll be able to leave soon. They're going to be getting us out of this parking lot, and they're building tiny houses. And, it's just, I didn't want to make this, but I talked to my friend EEMA today, and she's here. She is evacuated. Her house is still safe, but there's no way to get to her home either. And she makes live feeds, and she said that it really helped her to see my live feeds, and it's why she started her live feeds, and that other people were really grateful to see that whatever she was going through, that they were there, that she was, and so this is the real, like, fucked up mess that I am since Thursday. And my head hurts like forever, and I am so glad that I have RuPaul's Drag Race to watch. And, that when I did get to go to my place for that brief moment, I just threw stuff in a trash bag, and I grabbed as many boxes as I could, and that was 7 boxes. And I opened the trash bag, and I saved all my lipsticks, like, but it was what was there, and I was in my gypsy wagon, and I was just grabbing whatever was in drawers. And I got my women's binder from the year-long retreat that I did with so many people I still love and care about. But the lipsticks, like, thank God I saved my lipsticks. But, so many people have said, you'll rise from this again. You always rise from the ashes. And it's true. I got major rise from the ashes muscles, but I'm a little over it. Like, I was really, really anticipating living the life I'd worked hard for. So, thank you to the people who've donated to my GoFundMe. It's going to help me to have a buffer to take care of myself till this is over, till the flow is over, and until there's some decision made about, can we go back in? Will they build new roads? I don't know. And I'm going to need that time to just, because I can't think, and this is common, this is what most people are going through, is it just can't think things through. This is whole heart and gut and body and brain numbing. I mean, who the heck loses everything to lava? Like earthquake and flood and fire, but lava, like, we live in the most remote place on the planet. We're 3,000 miles from any place else. There are volcanoes all over this planet. And Puna is like this little tiny dot on the map of the Big Island. And it hits there. And I'm not saying that because I think, oh my God, it like sought me out. Like, it was just, but it's just like this weird, like, really? I finally moved back to Hawaii. I spend all my money on my land. I'm bringing this dream vision I've had forever to life, and lava? So anyway, thank you for donating. Any little bit is just an amazing gift. And I'm not real great at talking on the phone right now. But I do appreciate your text messages, and I do have a new number. I posted on my Facebook. Sorry I hadn't updated that, but anyway, I gotta go. I feel really sick, and I'm gonna rest. And I love you, and aloha.